And we're live. Welcome to another exciting edition of Hanging Out on YouTube. How are you feeling? Where in the world are you coming from? Welcome, everybody who is here live and everybody who's tuning in after the fact. Definitely leave Sarah K. Link. Oh my God, so many friendly faces. Apologies if the internet is not streaming right. I am still under the clutches of sub-optimum. It is actually Optimum is the name, but it is actually not Optimum, hence my Trump tweet-esque joke. Sub-optimum. Yuck. Anyway, folks, it is a joy to be here with you for another exciting edition of Self-Care Sunday. Did that work?
Hello. Sunday.
There we go. That's the one. Self-Care Sunday. I am thrilled to be here with you folks. We have so much that we're doing today. I would love to know in the chat how you guys are doing, what you guys are doing today for your Self-Care Sunday. And my gosh, I don't even know where to start. Why don't we start with some quick updates for all of you folks who aren't aware. Gabrielle Urbina, Sarah Shaka. If you've already heard of Unseen, Unseen is a magic with this button I can show you. Unseen.show is the website, and I'll go ghostly so you can see the links behind me. We're doing a limited edition pop-up shop right now with some fun magic merch. It's going to disappear May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So if you're interested, check that out before then. I personally am excited for my maze mask. Sarah really crushed this design. It looks so cool. I'm also thinking about that component pouch, but I have a different thing that I just got for carrying my phone around. But anyway, cool shit there. Check it out. And if you haven't listened yet, definitely give Unseen a try. And thank you to everyone who went out there and shared the magic for the Share the Magic campaign that we recently did. I'm in touch with the winners of that. And thank you to everyone who participated. And yeah, just so much love for all the love that you have given us in our show, Unseen. And then for anybody who is, oh, and I guess just the last thing here, before we move on, welcome to my ADD brain, remembering things. We just shipped the April Fool's Day special on surprise April 21st, I believe, because making a show in a pandemic is not what we thought it would. I mean, it's exactly what we thought it would be. It's difficult, but it's done. And we're actually really excited about this one. Guest writer Jordan Cobb, star Lisette Alvarez. Give it a listen, give it a like, give it a review. Let us know what you think. And if your podcast cups are not overflowing enough, just a reminder that I have a daily meditation show every day, tiny little couple minutes meditation. This is not my original meditation, although I do read it. It is a meditation from the one, the only Jiddu Krishnamurti, wild character, abducted from a beach at the age of 7 to become a European cult leader, abducted in India out of his poverty and with some childhood illnesses by a very bizarre man who was part of a group called the Order of the Star, Theosophists, and raised up to lead this cult at 27, came out and said it's all bullshit, and burnt down the cult around him, only to weirdly fulfill the prophecy of becoming the world teacher by teaching people to be free from all authority, although bad news bears for the cult, which frankly is not bad news at all. Crazy story, interesting guy, cool meditations every day, focused.af. Enjoy. Let's see here. That is what I have for you for updates. As always, shout out to the patrons, personal patrons. I've been a little bit preoccupied with getting ready to move at the end of this month, which moving sucks, but I'm excited to move. I don't want to talk about exactly where yet or other details, but I did need to buy my first car, which I have a deposit on. I will be picking up in short order, which is insane because as a New York City child, I've never needed to own a vehicle, and I never expected to, and I'm just a little bit excited. Just a little bit excited. Oh, man. Thank you, Detective Mudia. It will be as seamless a move as moving can be. I have a whole studio that needs to go into a U-Haul. Well, you know what always busts my stress when I'm stressed? You guessed it. It has a somewhat unsettling name. It's called Mouth Sounds. By Mouth Sounds, for anybody who is not a regular around here, talking about making music, a cappella style. A cappella style. Music, a cappella style is simply, you know, just when you make music that is both, you know, you get the idea. There we go. Those of you who are normally with me, you'll notice that I'm wearing boots and not cat socks, and that's because I have a need to do laundry, because this song is called Soupy Cat Socks. Soupy cat socks, they're the worst, they're the worst. Soupy cat socks. Soupy cat socks. Soupy cat socks. They're the worst. Soupy cat socks. Soupy cat socks. Soupy cat socks. They're the worst. Soupy cat socks. Soupy cat socks. Soupy cat socks. They're the worst. Soupy cat socks. It definitely. Soupy cat socks. Soupy cat socks. Soupy cat socks. Soupy cat socks.
Let's clean them soon.
I like this Patreon goal of getting me the world supply of that. There is a phone call on the line. For anybody who doesn't know what this is. Hello, caller. You're on the line.
Hello. It is me.
Elf. I don't know your name. Would you like to share your name for the studio audience?
I'm a fish.
What? No, what's your name? You're a fish? No.
I am a fish. What is problem?
This is very confusing. Are you saying that you're like a piece of paper in French?
No. What? A fish? What is not understandable about fish?
This is. Does anybody in the chat understand what? You're a fish.
Yes, a fish, like with the scales and the water.
I'm getting a phone call from a fish.
Yes, a fish.
You are aware that fish can't talk.
What do you mean? I am a fish. I talk. What is problem? I am a fish, and I am on the phone. I call. We talk.
Okay. What would you like to talk about, Mr. Fish?
Well, it is quite hard being a talking fish.
Oh, you don't say.
Yes, I talk and talk and talk, and nobody understands me.
That is actually oddly relatable. Okay. Say more, Mr. Fish.
Well, it started when I was a young fish. I began to talk and talk and talk, and Mama Fish and Papa Fish made no sense of this. You see, we fish, we are not ones for words much.
Yeah, as I alluded to earlier in our conversation, when I was surprised by this whole talking.
Okay, you must listen now, Mr. Human. I am trying to express to you my life struggle of being overlooked and unheard by my people.
Again, this is kind of infuriatingly relatable. But go on, Mr. Fish.
So, there I was, but an adolescent fish. And I had nothing but poetry in my heart for the absurdity of this life. And nobody could understand a word I was saying. All they wanted to do is blah blah and swim, which, frankly, is quite nice. I do enjoy a good blob and a good swim, but I also like to articulate the ennui of my circumstance. And this is why I call in to radio shows.
Oh, so this is not the first radio show you called into?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm a regular. I call in all the time.
Oh, yes? What are some of the radio programs you call into?
Well, you would not know most of them.
What do you mean?
Well, I have to say, you don't seem like much of a radio person. Going with it and getting to the point.
Look, everything. Mr. Fish, can you just tell us what other shows you've been on?
Well, I called in once to the Phil Henry show, but it was quite infuriating because he is just playing a prank on everybody.
Oh, okay. Famous Phil Henry. Okay, so you talked to him.
Yes, and one time I called in to the Howard Stern show.
You called into Howard Stern? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I was made a very high-paid guest for numerous years. You may have heard my work.
I haven't spent much time listening to that show, right?
Well, you should. It is good entertainment when Mr. Fish is on the...
Okay, Mr. Fish. I get it. You've been on the radio. So, you're a deeply misunderstood fish. And, I don't know. What else have you got for the people?
Well, I have to say I am a fine artist.
You're a fine artist? Like, quality?
No, I am a fine artist as in the art that I make is of a fine art category. Like, there are some people who are... I don't know how to explain. You are not a very cultured man, are you, Mr. Human?
I said my name is Zach. Mr. Fish.
Ah, yes, Zach. You have never heard of fine art? Oh, okay, fine. I've heard of fine art. You caught me context shifting. So you're a fine artist? What does that mean? I work in primarily mixed media.
Mixed media?
Yes, there is enough plastic in the sea that I am able to make acrylic paint, and I also do some collage, and, there is enough pollution these days that I am without any end to the supplies.
My God, that is depressing. Let's see here. Boy. I mean, this is the radio, so you can't really show us your art.
No, this is why I was ultimately fired from my position on the radio. I spent too much time trying to be the Bob Ross of the radio, which frankly does not work very well.
I can see why that would be a problem, Mr. Fish.
Yes, you understand. I have many problems. Many problems. Okay, I must go swim now. The school of fish that I am in is on the move, and I am about to lose cell reception.
Cell reception.
Yes, this is how we make phone calls, no?
Someday you're going to have to come back in the show and explain how you make a phone call from underwater.
It is quite simple. You have a phone that can be under...
Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Fish.
Salut.
Well, geez, that was interesting. Oh boy. The people that call into this show, it's a real cast of characters. Well then, I think it's almost time for meditation. But I really need a drink of water before we do that. So I'm just going to go grab a glass of water, get a sip, and then we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right. Be right back.
We did it! We did it! Ah, my God. Are we here on time? Okay. Whew! Nothing like hijacking a terrestrial broadcast from outer space! Ha ha! Oh boy. Okay, everybody. I am Ruffles. I am Zach Valenti's erstwhile roommate, and I'm here to hijack Self-Care Sunday for the good of humanity. Please ask me any questions at all. Oh, I'm a little delirious. You know, living in zero gravity isn't what it's all cracked up to be. They make it look like literally you're in the can. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I am a space sock. Normally, I'm only one that would give me a ticket. Oh. I have a strange jaw condition where my mouth becomes unhinged. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we have a question here from NB in Space. How do you survive finals? Well, you know, I once had a video on the internet. I think it's been taken down by some asshole. Valenti, why do you curse me? But I think that there is a video of how to finish your senior thesis, which is very similar. You want to procrastinate as much as possible. There are scientific studies that show that the less time you give yourself, the more productive you'll be. So just piss away all the extra time that you could spend, you know, checking your work and getting ahead, and just
waste it all until the very last minute, and then you'll be incredibly productive for that last minute. Good grades are not guaranteed. Also, keep breathing. Respiration is critical for survival, and caloric intake is apparently useful for anything that's not a sock. I mean, like living organisms, you know? Let's see here. I did not hijack SpaceX. I called my friend Elon and asked for a lift in exchange for a foot rub. I give a mean foot rub. Talk about areas of concentration. I'm a sock. I know a foot. I know Ruffles. I need to research textiles for my finals. Do you have any advice? Well, I mean, I am the best person you could ask. I am literally made of textiles. Okay, so in order to understand the textile, you have to imagine what it is like to be the textile. So close your eyes and envision a fuzzy, interlocking, fabric-oriented existence. Feel the fibers connecting your being to the fabric of reality. Yes, you must, in your mind's eye, picture yourself as the fabric. Now, simply ask yourself, what is my nature? It just comes to you. I am fabric. God. Yes. These are the answers to your receipt and or napkin and or cell phone. Permanent marker with white ink and or a, whiteout pen will work. Hand that in, you'll get an A, I promise. No refunds. Okay. This jaw problem is really an issue. I should go to the sock dentist. Let's see here. God. Jeez. Okay. Evelance asks, Ruffles, I have a job interview tomorrow. What should I wear to ensure I get the job? Well, this depends on the job you're applying for. You know what they say, dress for the job you want. So if I want to be a wealthy, unemployed tech billionaire, I wear a hoodie and flip-flops and nothing else all the time. This is why I am unemployable. Oh, maybe you should listen to somebody else about this one. I mean, frankly, it's very comfy. But if you're trying to get that sweet, sweet health care, I can't say that showing up without any undies or pantaloons will be very helpful other than getting you one of those legal documents that makes life more complicated. As a sock, I don't have these problems, but, you know, I can empathize. Much to, you know, the counter of popular opinion. I have the empathy. I just don't use it much. It's like a muscle. You gotta fucking work it. It's hard. Okay. I think this Valenti character's coming back anytime now. Let's see here. Oh, yes. You finally understand Don Ruffles. Yes, I will make you an offer you cannot refuse. Bambi Jr. I have never met a Muppet. Not because I haven't been invited, but because, frankly, I'm too cool for school. They couldn't handle me. That shit's PG, yo. Okay, let's see here. Any advice for walking cats on a leash and harness? Ha ha ha. The answer is, no matter how much they fight, they love it. They love it. They're just pretending. Definitely don't take them at their cat word. Okay, let's see here. The only other thing I know on this topic is that when Zach had a cat named Tiffany, he got one with a shark fin on it, which I promise, no matter what she did or said, only meant she loved it more. She definitely didn't find it horrible and oppressive and wonder why somebody who claimed to love her would torture her so. Uh-oh. Oh no!
Ruffles, how many times have I told you to stay off my live stream?
You sound a lot like me when you're angry.
You know what? We need to stop this right now. Get out of here.
I gotta go.
That's right, you gotta go. All right, I'm taking this back over.
Oh no!
Oh man, that stupid puppet. I should just have water on me all the time. He seems to always hijack it at the same point when I go for that fucking water break. Ugh, he's the worst. That's why I can't have nice things. Oh God. Oh God. Nothing like good old-fashioned H2O. Whoo! Well then, folks, that brings us to our meditation. Oh, make yourself comfortable, whether that means standing, sitting, lying down, whatever it is for you. Comfortable is the key. Our goal today is to have no goal. You see, the trap about meditation is that you're going to wonder if you're doing it right. And I have news for you. Meditation is a trap if you're trying to do something right. The goal here is to not have a goal. To just, I think the word of choice may be to just surrender right here, right now, to just do nothing. As, what is the word? As easy as that sounds, it is sneakily the challenge of a lifetime. To simply sit and be. You will notice your mind wandering. That is not a problem. Just simply come back, and the object of this meditation, the thing that we will be mindful of, is our bodies. As I sometimes refer to the mammalian crafts in which we have all somehow stumbled into, through which we participate in this plane of sentient energy we all share. Alrighty. Taking a couple deep breaths. We're going to just notice the sensation of the breath as it comes into and out of the body. The temperature change as it goes from cool coming in to warm going out. Where you feel the wind moving as it comes in through the nostrils, down the throat. Where the body expands, how the body contracts as we inhale and exhale. Taking a couple deep breaths. Letting go on every exhale. Falling back and down into the chair if you're sitting. Noticing your heartbeat without any effort. If you don't notice it, that's fine. And if it creeps into your awareness, see where else you can feel it. And if your eye is closed, that's perfectly normal and fine. And if it feels more natural to leave them open or sort of unfocused and half open, whatever feels good today. Simply following your breath as it comes in and out. Breathing in slow. And out slow. You can notice where your body is making contact. If you're lying down or standing or sitting, simply notice those points of pressure. Now, bringing your attention to the top of your head. We're going to slowly scan down the body, noticing all the tension or pain or tightness along the way, moving from the crown of the head steadily down through the temples, relaxing the bridge of the nose, down through the sinuses, through the jaw, moving down further through the neck, continuing to relax more deeply with every exhale as we move down into the shoulders, upper back, chest, moving down now through the chest and upper back, through the mid-torso and mid-back, through the belly and the low back, moving through the seat, into the legs, through the thighs, and back up to scan through both arms from the ends of the shoulders down through the biceps and triceps, through the elbows, through the elbows and forearms, through the wrists, palms, letting go with every exhale, scanning through all the fingers, noticing any tension, and noticing how it changes as you simply acknowledge it. Coming back to the legs, scanning down through the knees, through the shins and calves, through the ankles and feet, through all the toes. Taking another deep breath in and out. letting your focus drift where it wants. Simply see how you feel now. And if you'd like to go for a stretch, you can reach up, keeping your shoulders down, away from your ears, while you reach your fingers up to the ceiling. And you can bend over to one side, reaching your left arm towards the right side of the room. Inhale to come up straight, and right side reaching over to the left. Inhale again to come back up straight, and shake out your arms. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly flutter your eyes open, slowly letting the room around you back in. Whew. Welcome back, everybody, and goodbye to everybody who had to go. That felt good for me. I hope that felt good for you. If you have any questions about the exercise we just did, feel free to throw them in the chat along with any other questions, because we've got some time for an Ask Me Anything, Q&A, whatever you want to call it. I am here for you. It felt great to do. I'm so glad that it was needed, nice, and what's the word? Reifying of existence. Oh, and Juno Kit Kats. The first time I did a meditation retreat, I slept for the first half of it because my body was just that tired. So it is perfectly natural to need a nap, and I highly encourage them. Nigel Cowell, doodling is chill. What'd you doodle? Unit 7426. Oh, wow. Cool. Envy in space, that is why it is left up. You're welcome to it. Lyra asks, have you gotten vaccinated? And how's the slow end of quarantine going for you? The answer to your question is yes. I am vaccinated. I have, I believe, a week and like 0.8, I don't know. What I have like almost 2 weeks on the clock before I'm like at full whatever efficacy of the Moderna vaccine. But I had my second dose this past week, just a couple days ago. and I am back to feeling normal. That second dose definitely took me out. I spent an entire day and change in bed, which was really nice because I didn't plan to do anything for that day, assuming that they would be some nasty side effects. They were not as bad as they could be. Very low grade fever, but a lot of tiredness, fatigue, muscle whatevers, aches or something like that. So felt real good to just let go, watch a bunch of the Expanse. Is that show? It's a no, it's an Amazon show. I think it's called The Expanse. Whatever it was, it was good while I was out of it. And yeah, it feels good to be vaccinated. I have what is it called? Compassion, understanding for anybody who is what's the word? Feeling sort of vaccine hesitant. My feeling was it can't be worse than the virus itself. Knowing a bunch of people who have gotten it, it did not sound pretty. So yeah, that was that. But yeah, I think there's a lot to learn about mRNA vaccines. I know this is the first one that was like widely deployed, but it has been developed for like over a decade. And it's actually a miracle that we were able to take the virus code, and I think it was like 48 hours between getting the code from China to when Moderna spun up the recipe for their vaccine that passed whatever testing we did. So, you know, the fact that I'm not exploded, and yeah, that it's showing as much efficacy as it is like really amazing, that we can create a novel vaccine so quickly. So I'm bullish on mRNA technology long term, and my heart goes out to all the folks who are unable to get their hands on a shot. I know some of my good friends who have family in India and who live there. Just my heart goes out to you. It sounds like a mess. But yeah, I wish the best for everybody in this mess. And then the answer to the second half of your question, how is the slow end of quarantine going for you? Up and down, I think, as the entire experience has been. On the up, it's been delightful to see some folks again. Had a little bit of a gathering of Wolf 359 alumni, which was just a delight to get to see folks in person, outdoors, but in person. And frankly, beautiful. Like, couldn't have wished for a better day. Just got really lucky. And everybody sends their love and best, I'm sure. And yeah, it's been nice to get some FaceTime with people again as more and more people are vaccinated, and as it's become clearer that like meeting outside is pretty safe in sunshine, because I believe the virus doesn't do well in sunlight. And then the slow part is sort of, I don't know. One of the reasons I'm moving is because the closest thing to nature that I've had living in my area is a graveyard, a nice graveyard, but a graveyard. And so I am very much looking forward to riding out the rest of this, which, to be honest, could be the rest of this year. It could be, there's a world where we're not really back to normal for another couple of years, depending on how we deal with these variants. And there's just so many unknowns right now that I'm just looking forward to being in a place where walking distance, driving distance, I can get out and be in nature more. My mother reminded me as a child, apparently growing up in New York City, I used to ask, she just distinctly remembered this moment one time we were walking across the street and she's like, I looked at her and said, can't we live somewhere more quiet? So, like, I don't know. I feel like I've been looking forward to a change of scene for a lifetime, maybe. I love New York City. It's part of who I am. I'm sure I'll be back here at some point in my life. I'm definitely going to be visiting like regularly, like probably, if not a monthly basis, like, you know, every couple of months, because I have family here and I love my family. So I'll be back. But very much looking forward to having that nature and yeah, just like continuing to get to mess around with music stuff and you know, been sort of working with a personal trainer and getting strong, and all of that continues to be a source of sanity as we get our global handle on this pandemic. Oh boy, Sarah K asks, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? That's a hard question because I haven't met one I've hated. That said, God, I hope they're still open. I should go there. Cones in Manhattan on the in the West Village. Cones. They make multiple flavors that I would have to say are my favorite. Like standard off the shelf, it's going to be some kind of a dark chocolate. Like if gun to my head, like just go to the bodega nearby and get something. Like I'm going to get the Talenti chocolate sorbet. But if you just were like wave a wand and you're getting your favorite ice cream, it might end up being a combo of So this place called Cones has 3 flavors that, depending on the day, are my favorite. They make a corn flavored ice cream, which is apparently a favorite in Brazil, but they make it there and it's freaking amazing. They put a little bit of cinnamon on top. Oof, so good. They also make a mate flavored ice cream, which was my gateway drug into green tea ice cream, which I also love. But this mate ice cream, it's got a kick because it has that special caffeine. But then it's also ice cream, so it's sweet and delicious and creamy. So good. And then they make arguably the best sorbet I've ever had, grapefruit flavored sorbet. If you like grapefruit, not everybody does, but you're wrong. I'm sorry, but this grapefruit flavored sorbet is just to die for. It's so good. They also have some chocolates that are freaking amazing, but because you can get good chocolate anywhere, in my opinion, I know some people don't like chocolate. We may never see eye to eye, and I've accepted this. But anyway, the point is, Cones, go there, patron the place. It's the most bene, molto bene. It's the best. So good. So good. Thank you, Zan, for introducing me. That's a story for another time. Detective Mudia says, oh, Zach, it was your birthday back in April. Did you do anything fun? I did. I spent a weekend back at home with my parents, who spoiled the shit out of me. We had like amazing food, and just hung out and got to spend time together, which is a delight because they're good people and I don't get to see them all the time. So that was a really nice way to celebrate another solar rotation for myself. And they had a good time too, which makes it an extra good time. Boop, 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 boop. I will send Cece your best the next time we talk. Yikes. Letitia Bellini, where are you calling in from? Or writing in from? I'm sorry you're hitting that second wave. So sorry about that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, mate is the best. Sakura flavored ice cream. I don't even know what that is. That sounds good. Um, NB in space. Are y'all planning to go any cons when they come back? I can't speak officially for anybody other than myself, but damn, am I excited to go to Dragon Con when it is safe to go to a con. It's my first con. It's the con of my heart, as in conference and not, you know, con like the stealing kind. Such a good time. Love me some Dragon Con. Atlanta, great city. Dragon Con, great people. Dragons, great mythical beast. Oh, Extratron with some science. It helped that COVID was related to SARS and MERS, which have led to researchers working on the vaccines for a while. That's right. And the common cold. Coronavirus. And yeah, I saw somebody mention the pain in their arm after the shot. Yes. It felt like Mike Tyson and or I don't know who's a action hero, like somebody who punches hard mixed up my arm for the brick wall they like to sharpen their knuckle bones on. That hurt like hell. Nico WW, that's right. That's exactly right. It's so good. So good. Dragon Con. Friends. Countrymen. Self-care nation. Captain America is a good one. I love y'all. I am signing off for now. Once more, a reminder that Unseen.show has got a pop-up shop until May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. And we'll be back in June with a new episode. So stay tuned for that. I will be back here. Stay tuned on the Twitter for the next date, because moving makes things a little bit unpredictable. But probably I will be back here on the 6th of June at the normal time of 3:30 Eastern Standard. So yes, stay tuned for that. Nigel Kowal, definitely tag me on the doodle. Anybody who's done any art during this, I'd love to see it. At Zach Valenti on Twitter and Instagram, and my DMs are open everywhere. And my email is zach@uplift.is. Much love. Shout out to the patrons, personal patrons. Thank you for making this work by helping me upgrade my internet. As crappy as it is, it's about to get a lot better, hopefully. I don't know why I'm doing this. Hopefully, new apartment will bring new and better internet. And no bad ideas, patrons. Much love to you as well. I'm going to go find me some ice cream. I'll see you next month, everybody. Be good to yourselves. Take care. Love from Brooklyn.